Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So if you are anything like me and you've walked into stores like Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and you see this huge selection of Halloween and fall, you loved it all, so you kind of picked random pieces and you come home and none of it's really cohesive, none of it really goes together. And you're not really sure, am I going towards Halloween this year or do I want more like fall neutral colors? Maybe that's not you, but this has happened to me so many times in the past. I find when I do that, I end up overspending because then I have to go back and get more decor because the stuff I have doesn't really go together. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today, is how to stay on budget, how to really plan your decor, and maybe what your theme is for this season. And one of the things that I do is I actually plan really early in like the summer months, and that's actually why I'm putting this video out right now. No, I do not actually decorate in July. I only did this setup for the sake of the video. So hopefully you're not bothered by the bats and the pumpkins. But if you're watching a fall video right now, you're probably okay with that. So the first step I do when I'm planning my decor is I pay attention to scroll stopping images. So what am I looking at on Pinterest when I'm scrolling that causes me to stop my scroll and look at the picture? So this is where I usually find what I'm really like vibing with that year. Sometimes it's really neutral color tones. Like I might be feeling like more this vibe, you know, the whites, maybe some hints of orange. But then other times I find myself like going full blown Halloween. I think that's what I'm going for this year. So that's the first step. You want to decide what vibe or tone that you want to set in your home. Are you doing spooky? Are you doing more of a neutral color scheme? This is where you can run into a big problem if you're like me, who really enjoys both and so you don't really know. This is where I find myself buying a bunch of Halloween decor, but then I'm also buying, you know, the neutral toned pumpkins, and that is my biggest problem, is trying to decorate with both. So first things first, you need to establish what kind of decor you are going to be decorating with this year. Like I said before, this will work for Christmas as well. So there are so many different kinds of Christmas decor, so many different color schemes, and this is something that I always kind of change every year. The last few years I've really stuck to more of like a traditional old vintage vibes, and so my tree has looked very, I don't even know how to say it, old? My tree just reminds me of the tree that I had growing up. So we use just the old school ornaments that we've had for years and years. But I also really love big fancy trees that are really perfectly well done. So it's really important to decide if you have conflicting ideas, make that decision for what kind of decor you're going to use. The second one is an obvious one, but one that I have a really hard time with. That is, you need to decide on your budget. Give yourself a budget so you're not going like 10 times over. You know, you might have a budget of $100 and we don't want you going out and spending $1,000 on decor. But I think the next few tips I'm going to share will also help in the budget department. The third step is to go through rooms that you are going to be decorating and make lists of things that you already have. Whether it's the fall and Halloween decor that you already have that you will be incorporating in that room maybe, or also, if you already have pieces of just like your normal house decor to work with, list it all. So I feel like the best way for me to explain this point is to just do it with you. So today we're gonna talk about this breakfast nook. That's why we're sitting in here. My plan for the breakfast nook is to turn it into like a hot cocoa bar. And I've never done that for fall or Halloween, so I'm really excited. I've actually never done any holiday, well, spring, because this is brand new to me. We just did this in the springtime, and so I'm really excited to kind of turn this into a hot cocoa bar. But like I said, I've never done a hot chocolate bar for fall, and so this will be kind of fun. So the first thing we're going to do is make a list of things that we already have. So some things that I already have that I feel like would make sense in a hot cocoa bar would be cutting boards and rolling pins and maybe some white dishes, some clear containers that maybe I can put some hot chocolate or other goodies in. I also already have some creepy cloth. I don't know how to describe what creepy cloth is if you don't know what that is, but the Dollar Tree has it if I need to get more no skin off my back. I feel like in these bars, they always have like just wooden accents. We're going to keep a lot of the things that I already have over here, but there are definitely some things that I want to add. So once I have my list of things that I already have, then I'm going to make my list. So this would be the fourth tip. I'm going to make my list of things that I'm going to need. So again, speaking of my breakfast nook, some things that I want to add to this area would be, I'm imagining some of those big hairy spiders. I actually think I have one. Let me grab it. Yes, I do. I have a big creepy spider. This spider. Okay, I have a few of these already. I think they're so cute, and I'm pretty sure I got these at Michael's. So I will keep my eye out for more because I want them kind of everywhere. I'm going full-blown Halloween town this year. We're going with some spiders. I think it'd be really cute to have like spiders, maybe 2, like crawling up the wall right here. So that's kind of my idea. Another thing I want to pick up is maybe some like orange pumpkin mugs. I have ghost mugs and I think that those would look really cute over there as well, but I do want some like pops of orange. Another thing on my list is to have some real pumpkins over there. So I will have to wait obviously until those are more in season. I know I'm going to want to incorporate like cinnamon sticks, hot chocolate, just things that you would need for a hot chocolate bar. So my head is spinning over here. I have a lot of ideas, but the best thing to do is to write them down, and again, write down the things that you need. And this is why I like to do this in the let me put him down, he's distracting me. This is why I like to do this in June and July, because there's a lot of things that I can find thrifting, especially things like cutting boards, wooden spoons, rolling pins, things that you would want, let's say in this section that maybe you don't have. You could find them for $1 or at least like 75% off what you would pay normally. So the first thing I do is I will start thrifting things that are on the list of needs that I have. And if I can't find them at the thrift store over the next few months, then I will buy them at like Michael's or Joann's when they have their 40% off sale. For example, I know those spiders, I'm probably not gonna find those at the thrift store, but I can find, I do need some like little clear containers that I wanna put like cinnamon sticks in, and those kinds of things. Those are things that I will be thrifting. And that way, when I'm saving money by thrifting most of my things and I have a bigger budget to go to Michael's and Hobby Lobby and those other decor stores. The other thing I want to mention when we're talking about this is if you have no idea what you want your room to look like, again, the best thing to do would be to go to Pinterest, look up, let's say, breakfast nook or hot chocolate bar, type in those keywords, and you're going to see so many different inspirational pictures. I'll pop a few up here of just different like hot chocolate bars. I will even look at different holidays because I really couldn't find very many fall ones. So I'll look at Christmas ones and I'll say, oh, I love like the Santa mugs that they use. And so just swap those out. Instead of putting Santa mugs out, use some pumpkins or some ghost mugs or some other really cute fall mugs that you might find. So I just like to get inspiration from all kinds of places, but Pinterest is definitely my favorite. The last thing I want to talk about on topic number 4, like making your list, is if you have a shopping list, you will be much more mindful when it comes to shopping. For example, one of the things that were on my list this year was to get a pumpkin sign that I wanted to have over in my hot chocolate bar. So I have been to a few stores. I've been to Hobby Lobby, I've been to Michael's, and I had my eye out for those things because I had them on my list already. So when I came to Michael's, I saw they had one. It was 40% off. I grabbed it, but I didn't go grab a ton of other things, even though I wanted to. I don't have a need for the other items. And so it just helps me be more mindful with my money and with my budget when I have an actual list of things I need to get. The 5th step would be to list any of the large items. So this is where, you know, if you're looking at maybe Christmas and you want a brand new Christmas tree, or maybe you want to add a tree in the dining room and maybe in your bedroom. And so those are like those $100 purchases. I would search Facebook Marketplace. I have bought so many of my big items off of Facebook Marketplace, and you end up saving so much money doing it that way. For example, this sideboard right here, that was a Facebook Marketplace find, and I got that for $100. I know that that would be a lot more expensive if I bought that brand new. So if you have any large items that you want to buy, whether it's for your home that you want to decorate, or maybe it is a large piece of decor that you want, first go to Facebook Marketplace, and then if you can't find it there, check your thrift stores. So let's just do a quick recap. The first thing you want to do is decide on the vibe of the decor, make the decision on what kind of decor that you're going for this year. The second step is to have a budget. Know what your budget is, and remember, it'll be a lot easier to stick to that budget if you thrift a lot of your items. The third step is to list each room that you're going to be decorating. So I will do this for every single room. I have my breakfast nook written out, my dining room, my family room, some of our kids' bedrooms. I don't really go too crazy in there, but I like to have a little bit of decor. Maybe your porch, really anywhere that you are going to put decor, do this list for all of them. So write out everything that you already have. And then the 4th step would be to make a list of things that you need, and then check your thrift stores before you go anywhere else. And the 5th and final step is to list your bigger items, check Facebook Marketplace, and if you cannot find them there, then go thrifting. All right, guys, well, that's everything for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't yet hit that red subscribe button, make sure you do that. I upload new videos every Monday and Thursday. So also be sure to click the bell, otherwise they will not notify you. I don't know if you know that. Sometimes I have to stalk the people I'm subscribed to because YouTube just doesn't like to share when they have new content. So be sure to click that bell, and thank you guys again. We'll see you guys in the next video.